Hello, one and all. Welcome to the A to the K Wrestling Show. Joining us today is writer, actor, comedian, and former TNA Tag Team Champion, the Hollywood Hunk himself, Ryan Nemeth. Ryan, thanks for being here, man. How are you?
Yeah, you had to say former. Come on, man. Don't rub it
Yeah,
in.
sorry, man.
Thanks for
I
having me. How
mean,
are you guys? Great to see you.
yeah, no, thanks for
Oh,
being here,
great.
man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for being here. We'll start if we could. TNA has been an absolute tear this year. So figured we'd kick off with just asking, what has 2025 meant to you so far? And would you say it's been a career-defining year for you?
I think undeniably it has been for me. I was just thinking about, a lot of my chapters in wrestling have been, we're going to Full Sail to do Orlando live shows this week, 13, 14, and 15. And I used to wrestle in NXT at Full Sail as someone who would have a 30-second long match against the Ascension or against, the Shield or Ryback, and just very quick Sami Zayn, whoever.
Mm.
I was there to be pretty and get pinned real fast. And now my career has kind of had ups and downs since then, but 2025 has been amazing with TNA. I've been able to thrive, evolve, and win matches, have storylines, have compelling angles, do something with my brother, win the TNA tag titles. I pinned Jeff Hardy. I don't know if you two saw that. I pinned
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy
Oh, yeah.
to win the TNA titles for my brother and I. So 2025 has been awesome, but I
Yeah.
think 2026 is going to be a little better.
Oh no, I love it.
Indeed.
I wanted to look back a little bit. Obviously, Bound for Glory. You competed for your chance to call your shot in the gauntlet match. But obviously you were accidentally eliminated by obviously your brother Nick. I was just wondering how you were feeling after that, and is there any kind of resentment or animosity there?
No, no, not at all. There's no resentment there. We were trying to eliminate Matt Cardona. Things went awry, and that's okay because one of us still won the match. So, Nic Nemeth, my big brother, is gonna call his shot, and I don't know what Frankie Kazarian has up his sleeve, but my brother won fair and square, and I think that's all very settled law at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No resentment.
Uh, well, I have to ask, as you mentioned, both Nick and Frankie ended up getting the win and then a chance to call a shot. Are you encouraging Nick at all to sort of use that to get the tag belts back, or do you think he's going to go after the singles title?
I am determined that a Nemeth or two Nemeths will again be champion as soon as possible. And I have all sorts of nefarious plans and schemes, none of which I will reveal during this amazing interview, but you will
Of
start to see
course, yeah.
some of them on Thursday live on TNA Wrestling. So, as I have my
Awesome.
triumphant return to Full Sail University for TNA Wrestling this Thursday night, you will see some of that insane crazy manifesto plan unraveling, and I encourage you all to tune in.
I
Oh
can't
no, I love
wait.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned obviously Full Sail. Obviously, Impact Live is going to be a Full Sail as well as Turning Point on November 14th. Don't want to bring up obviously the last time you were at Full Sail. It was your match with Joe Hendry, where I think it was 18 seconds. And he kind of got the win there. So I was just curious. Obviously, it seems like that's the case, but are you looking to make some better memories at Full Sail when you go back there?
The truth is, and I have a lot of respect for Joe Hendry now looking back on it, but I believe he cheated in that match. I believe if you can really look back and review the audio and video of that tape, I don't know that the bell had actually rung before that man attacked me. And you saw it. He attacked me, he accosted me, and he was throttling my neck up in the air, which I believe is an illegal hold. So, to borrow a phrase, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Fair, fair.
And I haven't
No, I
all
agree.
but put that memory behind me. But so thank you for
Yeah, sorry
bringing
to sorry to
that
alert
trauma back to life. And you
Well,
might have noticed that
let's.
since then he's kind of tucked his tail and ran, and we don't see him. We see him a lot more in NXT lately, which I think he's scared of me.
I mean, yeah,
It's a good point.
could be
It's a
onto
good point.
something.
Yeah.
He's a great singer, he's a great wrestler, but that was not a fair match.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, I'll try moving on to better memories. And obviously, as you mentioned slightly earlier, there, you took the pin on Jeff Hardy. You and Nick captured the TNA tag titles. I just wanted to sort of go back to that a little bit and just ask, sort of, how surreal a moment was that? Not just being brothers versus brothers, but also beating legends like the Hardys to become the tag champs.
Greatest night of my life. Had to have my dad, my girlfriend, and a lot of my great friends sitting ringside in a sold out house in Los Angeles in my hometown for my brother and I not only to be wrestling together but to win that match. I can't think of a better memory. Like if I had nothing else happen after that, that would be a great night to go out on. I really, really think that's a very special memory for me.
No.
Yeah, no, definitely what dreams are made of, I think. As part of your feud with the Hardys, obviously, you've been in there with Leon Slater, so I've got to ask, with him being a fellow countryman, what have you made of kind of Leon's rise and becoming kind of the youngest ever X Division champ?
I can't believe it didn't happen sooner, but I think everything's happening in the right time. He is I remember the first night he had his first live promo with us and the Hardys. Everybody's a little nervous the first time someone's talking on a microphone, and we were so mad because he did so great. And I remember my brother afterwards, he said, he's tall, he's jacked, he can wrestle, and he just cut his first live promo and it was perfect. I hate this guy, but in a friendly, competitive way. He's got
Of course, yeah.
every box you check for pro wrestling, he's just triple checking all of them. He's just so good. So the future is in great hands if Leon Slater has anything to do with it. And I
No, I
hate
hope it's
to
awesome.
admit that because I don't like him, but he's incredible. He's incredible at every part of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
No, credit where credit's due. I like it. Um, so again, as we've sort of briefly referenced, TNA has a working relationship with WWE now, which has made for some fantastic TV. I just wondered, how have you found the relationship between the two companies?
I think it's great. It's a great partnership, and I like that. I like that it's literally a legally signed and agreed upon partnership because
Mm,
sometimes these things in the past, when two companies work together, it's kind of vague how it works, and maybe one's getting a big advantage while one is just, getting screwed. I think this is a
mm,
great mutually beneficial literal agreement that I love, and I think it's been great from TNA's point of view. From our standpoint, just look at the numbers. I mean, in the zeitgeist, TNA is maybe the hottest it's ever been,
yeah,
and to be part of that is really cool. And to have my roots in NXT personally myself,
Yeah.
and for Nick to have his roots in WWE, it's very fun and very cool, and I love it. And sometimes it's sentimental, like going back to Full Sail is a little sentimental.
yeah, of
It
course, yeah.
kind of brings back these memories, both good and bad, but powerful. And I kind of had, people say like time is a flat circle. Whenever we go back to Full Sail, I text all my NXT buddies from back then, and I say, guess where I'm at? And they're like, no way. Full circle. I'm like, yeah, Full Sail, full circle. I love it. And it's never
Yeah.
never been a better time to start watching TNA. So this Thursday, we have a new champ. We have a new chapter in this company start. I think you should tune in Thursday night and watch TNA wrestling, baby. Things you asked how 2025 is. I think heading into 2026, things are about to get crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
love
definitely.
it.
I mean, you talk about that kind of partnership. I know you and Nick haven't really been involved too much with the NXT side of things, and
Right.
you've obviously been carving out your own path as kind of the Nemeths. But I'm curious if WWE ever kind of wanted to do something with the Zigglers. Like, we've got Dolph. Kind of what would your name be if you went down that route?
Well, when I was in NXT, my name was Briley Pierce, which I thought was funny because when I would have matches, I remember one time on commentary, uh, Mr. Regal said, if his brother is Dolph Ziggler, why does he have a different last name? And I believe the other commentator did not have a response. It was just silence for a few seconds because he was like, are we allowed to say this? I don't know. Um, I don't know. Doing something there would have to be heavily considered and mentally
Mm,
weighed by us. We got to think it over.
Yeah,
I am very happy with what I'm doing in TNA wrestling.
yeah,
I could not ask for a better company to be part of, and they let me do everything outside as far as acting and comedy and writing and other aspects of entertainment. So, I'm good with what we're doing.
yeah.
But
No,
it's
you're
been
absolutely
nice
killing it.
to have cross promotion with WWE. I've gotten to know people like Trick Williams, who I originally didn't even know, and now we're so close that he's the godfather of one of my kids, and that's
wow.
that just shows you how these bonds are forming. Obviously, there's a lot of friction between the two rosters, also, but there's a
Mm,
lot of love as well.
Yeah,
yeah. No, I love that.
yeah, solid bonds that.
Yeah,
And I don't
I
like to
also
get
want
too
to. No,
personal about the family life, but I think it's worth noting.
no, of
no,
course.
100%. I mean, it becomes your family, doesn't it, at the end of the day? So.
I mean, the amount of time you
Yeah.
spend together. I did want to touch as well on TNA Plus. Obviously, it's been great for the likes of myself and Carl, especially being in the UK. So how important do you think TNA Plus has been in getting more eyeballs on the product and sort of helping the growth of the company? And I suppose I'd ask as well is like, have you seen yourself that you're sort of getting more like UK fans and so on like that for that
Definitely,
extra
I think
exposure?
I love TNA Plus for the reason that I don't have normal TV personally. My parents do and
Hmm.
my friends do, but I only have streaming services. So I have TNA Plus, and that's where
Yeah.
I watch TNA at the moment.
Yeah.
Uh, but wherever you can watch it, you should be watching it. And TNA Plus is so great because it has those compilations of like classic matches and collections of wrestlers, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I think they put our when we broke into the Hardy compound, I think that's on there as its own
Hmm.
thing. Anywhere you can watch TNA, you should be watching TNA. And
100%.
I think I was surprised at how many people around the globe watch TNA Plus, and I'm happy that it exists for that reason. Good question.
Yeah. No, it's been great for us, definitely. Um, so I want to go back to Slammiversary briefly. So there was an altercation between yourself and the former Boston Red Sox player Johnny Damon, which also
Yes.
saw you getting flipped off by his young daughter. So I was just curious, is there any unfinished business there?
You know, I've respected Johnny Damon in the past for what he does as far as baseball and the great cities he's been a part of, but wrestling is kind of my world. And so stepping into it and causing such a scene and then setting such an example for your daughter that she's giving me double middle fingers. I mean, come on, buddy. I would love to have a one-on-one match. So let's do it officially right here. I know he's one of our sponsors too with A Game energy drink. I would like to formally challenge Johnny Damon one-on-one in a steel cage match at an upcoming TNA event, possibly a PLE. And if he wants to bring
Love
his
it.
little daughter, that's fine. You know, maybe I bring my big brother.
I love it. You heard it here first. The
A
challenge is
family
out
feud
there.
right there. I love
Yeah,
it.
Trick Williams is the godfather of my one of my kids, and I challenge Johnny Damon in a steel cage. Let's do it all. Let's get it all. Anything else you want to ask?
I love it. I do want to ask, we're big fans of intergender wrestling, which is something we think we'd like to see more of. So my next question is kind of based on that: is who do you think would win in a match between the Nemeths and the Inspiration?
That is so tricky. I believe we can beat any tag team, anytime, any place, anywhere. I'm talking the Usos. I'm talking the Young Bucks. I'm talking anybody. The Inspiration, they're very crafty and wily mentally, and so they might pull some trickery on us. But I believe that the Nemeth would win that match. Yes,
Love it.
Nice.
Again,
and
another
maybe we
challenge
should
indeed.
let us win the tag titles back, and then we'll put both titles on the line. And I think the Nemeth could be both men and women's tag team champions at once.
Love it.
I mean, all about making first. Let's see it.
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying the getting closer Ryan Nemeth videos that
Oh,
you've
thank
been
you.
putting on your social media. I was just curious. Would you ever want to bring that to TV? Maybe have your own talk show segment on TNA?
I would love to do that anywhere it fits in. So if it would help the TV show, definitely. But I like what we're doing on Instagram. I think it's great, and I love the response I've been getting from it. I can't believe so many more people watch that than I thought because I hear about it a lot more than you post something and walk away and forget about it. But so many people
Yeah,
mention that to me, and I'm very flattered. I'm honored. We have a great
Yeah,
we have a great roster, so it's so fun doing those.
yeah. No, they're great, man. Yeah.
indeed. But I mean, you are obviously a man of many talents, writing, acting, stand up as well as wrestling. So I'm just curious, what would you say sort of gets your heart pumping more, like live comedy or cutting a promo in front of a wrestling crowd?
Oh, I think literally my heart pumps a lot more during wrestling events because
Yeah.
I can tell you that when I first started saying doing the my big brother like really when I first started really dragging that out, I remember
Mm.
it was in Orlando actually when I was doing the countdown each week. I a number of times almost fainted after each time I said it because I put so much into my big brother and I don't breathe very much. I take one big breath and then I go out and just do that whole long thing. And I was standing there and everything kind of like sparkled in my vision, like went black to sparkly, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I got." Oh. And I thought on live TV I was gonna collapse on the ramp after just talking. You ever seen a video of someone getting married and they say their vows and then they
Yeah.
faint?
Mhm.
it was kind of like that feeling, except I was screaming. I put all my physical energy. So I've never had that happen during comedy ever, thankfully.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
So obviously after Turning Point, we end the year in El Paso, Texas, with Final
Yes.
Resolution on December the
Early
5th.
December, 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess just lastly from us, obviously we know you're a busy man, but we
Yes.
just got to ask. You kind of touched on it at the beginning. What's going to be your kind of New Year's resolution to take into 2026?
Well, 2025 is great, and 2026, I want to have the Nemeth family, the Nemeth blood, the Nemeth name fully dominate and take over TNA wrestling. And like I said, you're going to start to see the beginning of that on Thursday. So
Oh, absolutely.
Can't wait.
We'll make sure we'll tune in for that one. Ryan, thank you so much for taking the time.
thank you.
Before we let you
Thanks for
go,
the
can you just remind everyone obviously how they can keep up to date with yourself and with TNA and everything else that has got going on?
For me, follow me everywhere. Rai Nem Nem. And I'll be doing some live comedy November 22nd at Flappers in Burbank, LA. Otherwise, tune in to TNA Wrestling Thursday nights and get TNA Plus. We have 3 amazing shows in Orlando if you're there, and 3 amazing shows in El Paso a week and a half after that. I will be at every one of those, whether you like it or not.
Awesome, man. We
Awesome.
can't wait to see what's going down again. Thanks again for the time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
A to the K.
To the K. To the K.